got off to a great start. And then second quarter, let him right back in the game. Third quarter, we're down 15 with 11:40 to go in the fourth, Katie. On the road, second night of a back-to-back. No Jamal Murray, no Michael Porter, no Jeff Green, no Bones Highland. But to battle back, have a chance to win it in regulation, and then I think we outscored them 47-29 in the fourth quarter in overtime. So the defense I felt in the fourth, the defense in overtime was outstanding. Bruce Brown, first career triple-double. So happy for him and his impact. Aaron Gordon, he got hot at the right time, made some big shots. Nikola does what you expect him to do every night, just made the right play time after time. But Vlatko Čančar was amazing on both ends. I mean, his defense, he was DPOG. His defense on a first-team All-NBA player and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was just incredible. Using his body, his size, his physicality, his verticality, not fouling him, was just so fun to watch. I'm so happy for him, you know what I mean? It was a hell of a win. I mean, 31 assists, plus 16 on the glass, and just that never quit mentality is what I'm most proud about.
Coach, can you take us through how you figure out the last five guys you're going to close with? Can you take us through kind of that process of third quarter, fourth quarter, what group? Because the group that was in there late really did the job.
Yeah, well, I think you can't predetermine it. At least I don't. I think you have to react and read the game, and read the personality that the game has taken on. So we started D. Reed at the 3, but Vlatko off the bench was just incredible. Bruce played a long time with 5 fouls, and I was really hoping he wouldn't pick up that 6th foul, but it's just a read. You're going to close with Nikola, KCP, Bruce, Aaron, and then Vlatko made it really easy for me tonight. I mean, what does he wind up with? Vlatko off the bench, 7 of 18, 3 of 10 from 3, 4 boards, 5 assists, 20 points. So, man, I'm glad I put him in Dallas. Ever since that game, he's just taken on a life of its own. But Vlatko deserves it, man. That kid is a great kid. He's a hard worker. He's about all the right things. And even when he doesn't play, is he happy? No, but he never pouts. He never feels sorry for himself. He's a pro. And that's what I respect about him and I love about him. So couldn't happen to a better young man. Yeah, it speaks to his maturity. It speaks to a guy that's been playing basketball for a long time, growing up in Slovenia, playing for their national team. And I think Chris asked a question a few games ago, talking about Vlatko, what does he have to do to stay on the floor? And my first answer was stay healthy. Seems like every time he's gotten a chance to play during whatever season it is, it's been short-lived. And I hope I'm not jinxing it right now, but it's been short-lived because of injuries. But every time he's been called upon, he's been ready. He's gone out there and played well for us. So to see him do it more consistently with the opportunity given to him right now is what you want and what you expect from pros. And that's what we want to have on this roster, is a bunch of pros. And I think, Vlatko really embodies that.
I know you thought a lot of Bruce Brown coming in.
Well, I didn't expect the country music. I didn't expect him to be a country music lover. But aside from everything else, I'll be honest, as we play teams in the NBA, it's a long season, and through the years, there are guys, at least for me, that when we play them, I say, I like that kid. He's a kid that I'd love to coach. He's a kid that's got toughness, the intangibles. He's a winner. And those are the guys that you want on your team. Some guys are in the foxhole with you. Some guys, they got 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Bruce he's all the way in, man. And so I can't say he surprised me with much, because when we signed him this summer, and I remember calling Calvin saying, hey, Bruce is available, man. This is a guy that would be a tremendous get for us. And he has been. And is he perfect? None of us are, but he leaves his heart out there every single night. And 17, 13, and 10 with 4 steals is a pretty impressive stat line in 45 minutes of play.
Limited bench tonight, and it looked like you guys were kind of gassed when they made it run in the third quarter. They were trying to get fresh people in. Especially Aaron and Coach, where did they get that reserve in the fourth quarter and overtime to come back?
Well, I gave Nikola a little respite at the end of the third. I think about 1 minute and 40 seconds. He got the rest. Put him back in to start the fourth. The game was getting away from us, so I got a few starters back in. I kept Aaron out because I knew that I couldn't run them both all 12 minutes. Had no idea the game would go to overtime, but I got AG back in probably around like the 8-7 minute mark for Zeke, but Bruce, KCP, Vlatko, Nikola, and Aaron to close. And it speaks of toughness. You know, I mean, playing last night, having a crazy schedule, flying in and out of Denver, it seems every other day. And so you look at the minutes that guys played tonight, and for us to come down from down 15 in the fourth, that's what they do. OKC makes a habit of that. They've come back a lot of times from big deficits, and tonight we were able to flip the script, so you say. Yeah, those guys. Hey, I played Nikola Jokic 64 minutes once in a playoff game. So that guy is. People don't think he's athletic, but he's like Secretariat, man. He can run for days.
Coach, you mentioned a good start, the range of emotions. You started in a zone tonight. Is that the first time in your coaching career that you've ever done that? And can you take us through?
Yeah, well, it was, we were going to zone after free throws. You know, they run a certain play after the opponent shoots free throws that lets Shea get out and run and attack. And it kicked our butts last time we played them. So, you know, talking with Ryan Saunders, we just felt, you know what, the best thing to do is make Shea see a crowd. So we got off to a pretty good start using our 3-2 zone. And then they started, you know, it's tough to say anything for a long time. They find a rhythm. They started making threes. But I think overall the zone was a positive for us tonight. And this is going to sound crazy. I mean, to hold Shea to 31 points on 8 of 20, I think is pretty good. I mean, that speaks to how great he's playing this year. The one thing we have to do better, obviously, is defending him without fouling. He got to the foul line 14 times.
So is this on the list now, things you're thankful for as we get ready for Thanksgiving tomorrow?
Yep, well, I'm thankful for the Denver Post for showing up. But yeah, this is, you know, I kept on thinking in the back of my mind, Scott, I don't want to celebrate Thanksgiving with 2 losses. Nothing's going to taste good on Thanksgiving if we have 2 losses in a row. You know what I mean? Like, bah humbug. But this allows you to fly to LA tonight, enjoy a nice day tomorrow. We'll have a team meal and celebrate and, you know, try to take care of some business in LA. But very thankful for the guys in that locker room. And when you consider all the guys that have been in and out of the lineup and to just continue to find ways. And I thought, I'll end it with this. I thought Nikola showed you from the get-go, all right, we're not losing tonight. He came out ultra aggressive, set the tone early, scoring, playing to the basket, knowing we had a lot of guys out, a lot of firepower out. So, you know, it's funny how Nikola gets 39, 10, and 9. It's kind of like, yeah, he was good tonight. That's the definition of a great player. So happy Thanksgiving, everybody.